Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. I don't know what day it is. I almost said welcome, or almost said happy Friday. I don't know what I said. Anyway, it's Friday here, and I'm doing a new video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you these clouds real quick. Well, maybe you can't see them. So it's been like this most of the day. However, just as I decided this would be a great thing to photograph, look what happened. It started getting bright and shiny and sunny, and you can kind of tell by the direction that the clouds are moving, which appears to be that way, and there's not that many clouds that way anymore, that it may end up being clear. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna go to a place called Ascot Hills, which is a very popular place. It's got an interesting fence with like a gate that has a view of downtown LA. A lot of people go there for portraits. It's just very popular in general. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take my gimbal. I'm gonna get some video. And today's different because I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm only gonna take this, the X-T4 with the 16mm lens, which is a 24mm full frame equivalent. I'm gonna take it, and I'm also gonna take this. This is my Canon R6 with a FD, it'll focus. This is an FD full manual FD 50mm f1.4 lens, and it's just because why not, a challenge. I've got 50 here, 24 here, so effectively half the focal length of that. It's going to be this camera or this camera, and this one, the X-T4, is going to be primarily used for video. So it's going to be a challenge, but with some modern software that we have out there today, I can enhance the resolution and crop in a little bit more without losing a lot of detail. So I can probably get 85 to 100mm mimic out of it. And then this, what I'm using for video, if I want a wider shot, I can always use this, get 24mm angle, and we'll see how we go from there. But also, I'm going to take my gimbal and use this camera for some B-roll as well as vlogging. And then I'm going to set up the R6 because it has a nice time-lapse feature. It's a little bit better than the Fujifilms in it. And I think I'm going to set it on the gimbal and tell the gimbal to arc very slowly. It has a feature where it'll go like this. Or it'll even go like this in a circle if you want. It just however you tell it. And have the R6 do a time-lapse while it's slowly moving. So it's a motion lapse, essentially. And that's it. That's my objective for today. One focal length or the other, a little bit of video, and a time lapse. And it's an interesting challenge. It's Friday. It's an interesting challenge, and I should be able to get some good content out of it. So I'm going to leave here in a few minutes, but first I'm going to get, it's kind of windy and getting a little cold out, so I'm going to find an appropriate hoodie. I think this one might be a little dirty. Well, I've got plenty more. And my beanies around here somewhere. Then I'm going to throw those in the bag, and I'm going to head out, and I will see you once I get to Ascot. Time for photos. You gonna be mad when I leave? You're so cute. I love you. It's gonna be time for treat skis.
I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rack.
Made it to the base. Mike's here. I'm gonna meet up the guy Scott too. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little windy, so anyway, I'm gonna take a minute here and actually throw the camera on the gimbal and hike up the hill on the gimbal. And then once we get there, we'll do a few other things. Not really sure yet. Probably do some slow-mo. Obviously photos, time lapses. I was wrong, there was a little bit of clouds. Still not what I was hoping for though, but we'll make it work. Spot's never bad.
Sure when I got it. Left such a blossom. Signifier.
Learning about pepper plants.
They're not native yet.
They were put here for why?
Since the Spaniards discovered the joint, bro.
Oh.
1500.
And it was, no, I know, but it was because so they would, it was like landmarked.
As markers, landmarkers. To remember where they've been, and this is a good place for to be able to see over the valley, I believe, probably.
All right, so I'm here. Got Sean, Mike. They're doing time lapses like me. I got my old vintage Lens Canon right here, firing away, and I'm using this to basically just take some photos while it's doing its thing. For some reason, I think I need to update my firmware again, but the motion lapse feature on my gimbal has disappeared again, which happened once before. But anyway, whatever, it's fine. I can use a tripod for this camera while that one just sits there on the gimbal, so I don't have to have two tripods. So anyway, got some good footage, video footage, and now I'm not gonna let the sun go to waste. I'm gonna use some of this haze and light to my advantage to take some photos. So I'm gonna try and run here, take a shot real quick without getting in the way of either of our time lapses. I think I've already ruined mine, but I don't really care about mine. I think it'll add a little character, but anyway, I want to just try and run through, take as many shots as I can and back out so I don't ruin Scott's, or Sean's, sorry, Sean's time lapse. What an interesting shoe.
Down, pan, right, yeah, that's it.
And we're right behind it.
Yeah, it's right over there.
That's getting the drone lesson, because this drone is being delivered tomorrow. Same drone. So he's learning the ways of the bird.
It's literally like playing.
All right, so got the XT4 back on the gimbal. I'm gonna take some pictures with the Canon, and then I'm probably gonna retire the gimbal and just handhold the XT4. And when I'm done taking pictures with the Canon, stick it back in the bag. So far so good. Great time lapse, great photos. The guys over here doing fun stuff still. So not really sure what I'm gonna do next except for photos with the Canon, but I don't know, the moon's looking pretty good. The sky's got a great gradient, so we'll see what happens. Getting creative tonight. All right, to walk back down to the parking lot and to eat food. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna grab some food, head back home. It's a quick one tonight. Probably gonna go to Purgatory Pizza since we're close and I like it. Sean's never been there either, so we're gonna do that. Introduce him to it. And yeah, that's it. Quick, easy. Tomorrow's supposed to be cold and rainy, so I'm gonna edit videos so that I can commit to my once a week schedule and edit photos, and that's it. I'm gonna be lazy. I've got some work to do, and I'm just gonna hang around the house probably. I don't know, we'll see. I might get a second wave of energy and go shoot tomorrow evening, but anyway, gonna focus on walking down this hill. If you can see it, it's because there's holes and I don't want to break my ankle, so I'll talk to you when we get to the pizza place. Going back to Purgatory, gonna get a nice big fat calzone some pepperoni, maybe bacon, jalapeno, something like that. I'm ready. I'm hungry. We're walking through the dark. Oh, this is a good shot, actually. It looks good. Like,
Oh, cool.
you can see the U.S. Bank Tower and the graffiti and this nice spill of water down the. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna switch to photo mode right now. All right, so this is a quick one. I'm back, and I just filmed the whole outro in 120 frames per second, and I didn't realize what I was doing. Anyway, hey, she just scared the crap out of me because she dropped a nyla bone into her empty food bowl, and it made a loud crashing sound. Anyway, I'm back home. I'm going to eat because I'm starving, and I think a lot of the footage came out well. I know the time-lapse came out good, the pictures are gonna come out good. Not so sure about the video footage because halfway through or so, my gimbal, it kept working, but the record button on it, it's connected through USB to my camera. It stopped working, and I was pressing it and didn't realize that it wasn't working. So I recorded like long stints of stuff, not realizing that it stopped when I hit the record button on the gimbal. And I have one really long, like 120 frames per second slow-mo sequence that I don't really know how this is gonna turn out, but you've seen it by now. Let me know. You've seen the photos by now. I know they turned out all right, and the time-lapse turned out okay. But anyway, I'm back home now, and I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna edit a little bit and go to bed. I'm gonna be kind of lazy this weekend, like I said earlier. I got some work to do, and then I'm just gonna edit some videos so that I have several banked up, ready to go for the coming weeks. And I might go on a hike or something Sunday, maybe the Griffith Park helipad or something, and I'll take some video gear and I'll take her with me, and we'll have just a nice time. So, but other than that, it's lazy, and then it's Sunday, and then it's Monday, and we have to go to work again. Anyway, I will see you next time.